Hello everyone, hope you all are staying safe in this pandemic. Semicon West is celebrating the 50th year of the conference, and this year we are able to participate in this conference from the safety of our home and to be able to take part in all the workshops and take advantage of all the speakers. And I am so glad to be here today with you. I am going to be talking to you about diversity, certifications, and benefits, because I'm sure you must have been hearing about diversity, supplier diversity for the past few years, and right now it's getting more intense. So we thought it would be more appropriate to bring this presentation to give a general overall idea about diversity. Okay, to get started, my agenda is going to flow like this. I'm going to say a little introduction about me, and then I'm going to talk about diversity and about certifications and about procurement and tie this all together and how we can stay focused and in growing our business through the diversity. Okay, that is how it's going to flow. So a little bit about me. My name is Ranjini Mohana, originally from India. In the slide that you see the red arrow, I am from South India, which is called Madras. Now they have changed the name to Chennai. When I first came to the US, I came to Texas and I came as a student and studied there. And I worked for Texas Instruments, a semiconductor company, for 10 years in the marketing division. And then I moved to California and I found this great niche of this business of combining the diversity and suppliers and was able to form my own business. On the lighter side of me, I'm an artist. I do pastel art and I do shows around the Bay Area. So that's a little bit about me. So let's talk about diversity. I'm sure in the global sense, diversity means it's different races all over the world, different ethnicity, and then different geographic areas, different genders, and cultural backgrounds. That is the overall. And what does diversity mean in the US? How it came into being in the US? In the early 1920s and 30s, a lot of people from the third world countries started coming to the US. Why did they come? Because of the medical technology was advancing, so people were living longer and there were not enough jobs for people in their own country, and so they started migrating to the US where there are more opportunities. And then the US saw the influx of different ethnicity coming into being. And so to bring more value and growth to our economy, so the diversity started playing more prominent role in the US economy. And let us talk about what is a supplier, diverse supplier. What does it mean to you and me? And it is a different ethnicity. Like one is minority. That belongs different ethnicity from different areas of the world. African American, Latin American, Native American, Asian Pacific American, and Asian Indian American. This is called the minorities, okay? And the other diverse supplier categories are women, veteran, LGBTQ, and disabled. So this is how it is recognized. And to be a diverse supplier, it is not just belonging to these categories. You should also be 51% or more ownership, and you should be making financial decisions of the company, and you should be understanding how the business is going to grow, the business development, and you should know the overall operations. You don't have to be involved in it, but you need to understand how you are going to grow your company. So diverse supplier means it's not just only belonging to these categories, but also taking on the ownership and making the financial decisions and business development of the company. That is called a diverse supplier. The next slide. And what is supplier diversity? So the corporations and agencies, large companies started recognizing the different categories that we saw in the earlier slide, and they started utilizing them, their product and services in their company. So how does this benefit the corporations? How does diversity benefit corporations? because of diversity, different people coming from different areas of the world brought new ideas, new innovation. The same product and services that the corporations can get, they were able to get it in a different way, a new form, and new ways. Different opportunities started developing. So that is how supplier diversity started being more prominent in the corporations. They also started hiring different ethnic groups into their workforce. So the supplier diversity became more prominent in the US economy. Okay, that is how the benefit to the corporation. Now let's talk about how will it affect as a business owner, like a small business owner belonging to this different ethnicity. How will it benefit them? They get more opportunities to be able to provide their product and service to the corporations. They can expand the business, the areas that they have not even been able to explore before. The opportunities open doors for them, like they are able to speak to the corporations directly. They have access to more capital because you are belong to the ethnic group, diverse group. You are becoming eligible for more access to capital and contracts. Companies are setting aside contracts for women-owned business, veteran business, minority business. So you're getting more opportunities over there. And finally, of all of it, right? How do you get certified, or when do you get certified? The time is now, the right now. The reason is it takes time to get certified, to be evaluating all the details of your company. It takes time. Normally, it takes about 60 to 90 days to 120 days. Sometimes even takes 6 to 8 months certain certification. So it is very important, if you think that you are eligible and you belong to one of the diverse categories, you need to start thinking now to get certified, so you don't miss out on all these opportunities that are readily available for you of being a diverse supplier. And then I want to talk about different kinds, a list of certifications, right? So in the US, there are 5 different certifications that are being nationally recognized. That is MBE, Minority Business, WBE, Women Business, Veteran Business, like if you are a veteran served in this, if you have served in the as a veteran, and LGBTQ and disabled. So these are all the 5 main category of certification that are recognized. Most of the time before you get certified, there is the preliminary to certifications that you got to have your DUNS number, you have to be registered in SAM. All those things are important. I'm not going to go deeper into that, but just want you to have an idea that being certified involves a little bit more paperwork and evaluation process. And then the other certifications, federal certification, disadvantaged DBE, service disabled veterans. 8A is socio and economically disadvantaged business owners. And hub zone is if your business is located in underutilized area, that is become hub zone. And GSA is General Services Administration, where you can provide more services to more of the federal agencies. There are 64 of agencies of them. There are also state certifications, corporate supplier certifications, county certifications, and specific business certifications. In last when I counted, there are about 340 certifications here in the US of various categories. Okay, and so I'm not saying you have to get all the certifications. The main 5 certifications that I talked earlier to you about, that is the main thing that you need to look into and see if you want to get certified, if you qualify and to get certified. Let us talk about eligibility, right? It is not just being the divorce and then ownership of the company. There are many more things that goes into being eligible to get certified. First and foremost, you got to be a for-profit company, right? If you're a non-profit, you cannot get certified. You get 501(c) and then you become eligible for grants. So for these certifications, you have to be a for-profit. And most of the certifications require you to be a US citizenship. But some of them don't. Like for example, for women business certification, you don't have to be a US citizen. and then ethnic minority is like a 51% or more. You need to belong to one of the ethnic minority I talked to you about earlier: African American, Latin American, Asian American, Indian American, all those things. And then women-owned business is 51% or more, needs to be women-owned. And most of the time, they expect you to be 2 years in business so that they can evaluate your tax returns and stuff like that, and so that your business is stable, established. There is a waiver to that, like if the owners have previous past performance, there is a way to waive that. And then veteran-owned business, also, like you have to be served as a veteran, and you got to have all the necessary paperwork, and you have to be making business decisions. There should be a work history of your past performance, and for certain certifications, your personal net worth, not taking into account your business or the residence that you live in. If you own more stocks and more of bonds and stuff like that, they will take that and see if it is you become eligible. And hub zone is the location of the business, as well as certain 35% of the employees. Okay, the reason they look into all these things is the government and the corporations really want to provide opportunities for lower, like smaller businesses, so that they can grow, so that the economy can grow. That is why these kind of restrictions are put in place, so that they get the opportunity to grow. Okay. And then how does certification benefits, right? It overall, it benefits, it improves the economy for sure, because more small businesses are able to grow. And as a business, you gain more visibility in the corporate world, in the federal agencies, and you get to introduce yourself to the corporations. What a great idea. And you become eligible to bid on contracts, proposals, estimates. Because you're certified, you become. And then you have access to a lot of opportunities, networking event. Your business is listed in many databases where the corporations or the federal agency can call you directly, connect with you, and see if your product or service can be useful for them. And then also, your bidding and opportunities open up for you with locally in the county, state, federal government, and corporations, right? And also, because of this, you are able to bring home more dollars through the economy through this procurement. And because you are certified, you are also able to form a joint venture. So, for example, if you are a company providing a service and there is a contract which is bigger, and you can joint venture partner with another company who are also certified and go after that opportunity. So there are a lot of doors opens for you because you are certified. That is the benefit of being certified. Let's talk about procurement. So what is procurement? Procurement is buying goods and services. Large corporations, federal agencies, they purchase goods and things. So then you prepare. So what do they do? So procurement is also, like the picture shows there, the best cost, delivery, and then the quality is on time. That is what most of the people, when we purchase anything for our own small businesses or the corporations, they purchase, this is all is cost, quality, delivery, on time, right? But only advantage is corporations and federal agency, they purchase in bulk. Their requirement is more than a small business. So that is what the buyers, like that is what the procurement for the agencies, federal agencies and corporations are more than when you are able to provide your product and services, it multiplies for you. You are able to provide more, not just one or two products. And then it also involves two categories, right? Direct, like a product related, you supply products if you are a product manufacturer. Or indirect is if you are non-related procurement, like services, marketing, IT, staffing, and all those things. So that is, in a generally overall, is called procurement. And let's talk about what is the procurement process. There is a buyer and there is a seller. So the buyers are large companies, large corporations, and federal agencies. So what do? They identify a need, they identify a supplier, they communicate with the supplier, and they negotiate the terms, and then they set a person to be in touch with the supplier from the corporation, and then they arrange for all the logistics, how you're going to deliver the product or service, and then the contract is awarded. So that is for the buyer. As a seller, the small business like us, we are the sellers. So we have to decide what you want to sell. We cannot tell the corporation, the buyers, oh, what do you need? I can provide. That's not the way to sell. We have to decide what is our strength, what is our strength in product or service, what do we bring to the table. So we need to decide exactly how do we pitch to the company. And then once we are sure what we want to sell, we need to do our research. Who is going to be purchasing our product or service? And then once we decide, know that there's some agency or corporation, we can contact the small business specialist there, and then we build a relationship. We set up a time, 30-minute conversation, where we can provide details about our product or services. And then you are certified, you get registered in the company as a supplier. Nothing comes automatic. Just because you have a product to sell, nobody's going to come and knock on your door and say, oh, I'm going to buy from you. Very rarely that happens. So you need to do your homework, and we need to provide, go after the contracts. And then we have to be very realistic about what we can sell. We should not oversell and then not able to supply. Then we will be blacklisted. Because remember, one corporation talks to another corporation. They are all in connection all the time. So if we make a mistake, we need to apologize, say sorry, and make that correct. We cannot make a mistake because it will be known to everyone. And that is why it is very important to do your homework. So getting certified is like when we go to college and get our degree, right? What do we do after that? We go and apply for different jobs and find which is the right fit. We interview, and then we get the right job. That exactly that you have to be selling. Once you form your company and you get certified, and you go research and see who will be able to purchase your product or service, and you connect with them, you register with the company as a supplier, you provide your you attend all the networking meetings, you connect with them, let them know what you have to sell, and if they are putting a contract out, you can bid on this contract. So it is a kind of a process, but being certified puts you on top of the ladder, puts you in a prominent role, and then that you are able to provide the product or service. So that is the difference to be certified. If there are 100 suppliers who can provide the same kind of service to a company, and because you are certified, you stand out. You are in a different bucket. Okay, that is how you do. And how do you win contracts, right? You have to prepare yourself, like what I mentioned to you in the slide before. Should be prepared to invest time and resources. You have to do all the homework, and you have to tailor your services, not just, oh, I can do everything, but be very specific. And then find a mentor in your own industry or a different industry, and somebody from the outside can look at your service and product and be able to guide you better. And then diversify your clients. Don't go after only one client. See how many different clients that you can go after, so that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And then don't give up. Keep trying again, because this is a process, and there is definitely a result. The more you try, you gain more experience, and you are able to do better. And make sure your website, your LinkedIn is all up to date, and you have a DUNS number. Know what your NAICE codes are, because a lot of corporations and federal agencies search through NAICE code and your SIC code, and be registered in SAM. So these are all some of the fewer steps that I have put in there, so that you will become understand better. It is not just being a diverse supplier in belonging to one of those categories, but also doing all the different things, so that you will definitely win contracts and grow your business. Okay, you have to prepare ahead. Do you have a business plan? Do you have a capability statement? And what is your past performance? So you need to prepare the chart, prepare an Excel sheet with your past performance. What have you done? Client testimonials. When you finish a job with your client, ask them to give you how that your performance. How have you done? Make sure that you ask them to put it on your LinkedIn. Recommend you on the LinkedIn. Build a relationship and look at who can you combine with, doing joint ventures, and you so that you can prime contract or subcontract for an opportunity, and look at what are all the different resources that can come to your business, and then you can build that partnership, and then invest in some memberships. If you are an engineering company, belong to get a membership in IEEE. There are so many different membership according to your industry. Look around, look for that and become a member, because you can learn a lot of ideas and thoughts from being a member and subscribing to different memberships. Okay, preparing ahead of time. We cannot do this all at the last minute. Preparing ahead and being ready. This is all we are coming to, being ready, right? Now you cannot win a marathon. You have to prepare and practice. This is the part of all the preparation and practice that we are going to go through, and avoiding mistakes, which is so important. Like just like when you go to a networking event, just don't go casually. Be professionally dressed, because you never know who you are going to meet, what opportunity is going to come to you. So always be very professional and invest in time and resources. Look and see that you can partner with somebody and prepare that MOU and prepare the partnership ahead and keep it. When an opportunity comes, you don't have to go through all those kind of tedious paperwork, and tailor your services and look at your competition, see what they are doing and how you can do better than that, and how you can tailor your services. Find a mentor, I mentioned earlier, and diversify your clients, and never ever give up. Okay, this is so very important. And when there is an opportunity that you can talk face to face, make sure that you prepared your pitch, your questions correctly, so that you are able to talk to them correctly, and the right words, the right sentences, and practice more often. I always practice in front of the mirror. I have many 2-minute pitches for different audiences, so accordingly I can do my pitch. But I had practiced many times before. So these are all the important things that you need to keep in mind, so that you don't make a mistake, and when the right opportunity comes, you never know who you're meeting, because they can introduce you to the right opportunity for you. So always be very professional. Always make sure that there is always something that you bring to the table. Okay. And the next slide. I have put together some toolkits over here on the next 3 slides, because this presentation is going to be available to you, I think, for the next 2 months, that you can download and keep it. And so I want you to go through these. And normally I tell all my clients, own clients, we prepare a binder and we make sure they have all these things in place, because if they are bidding on a contract, if they are going after an opportunity, they already have it. They don't have to scramble at the last minute. So your business references in different industries, and then all the description, what is your core business and how do you pitch, and your annual sales got to be in your fingertips. You have to keep it. Who is your competition? Always keep looking at your competition to make sure that what they are doing, so that you will be aware of it and you can tweak what you are trying to do. And connect with your customers, and once you provide your customers, your service is done or product is done, don't let it go. Keep in touch with them, because they may be able to introduce you to someone else. So, and then a lot of things. So prepare your organization chart. Do you have banking references? Do you have a credit line with your bank? Even if you do not have one, just get for even $5,000 or $2,000. Just get whatever you can get. And because somebody, when a contract, when you're bidding, they will ask you, do you have a line of credit? They don't ask you how much. If you have a line of credit, they will think, oh, then you can scale up better. So all those things are very super important. and then build your organization chart. Even if you are 5 or 10 people, build that organization chart so that you can scale up and you can grow. And then, are you doing anything towards environment? Any green, like how do you use your paper? Are you using green paper or all those things? Pay more attention. Every day pay attention to little things in your office, and how do you do business, and more care for your employees and care for your clients, and see what they are doing, what you can bring to the table. Not everything is that you have to get paid for everything. Some things you have to just bring it to the table, because money will come. Definitely it will come for sure. And then these are all some more of the toolkits that I have put together here, so that you can take advantage of it and make sure that you, some of them may relate to you, some of them may not relate to you, but as you are growing, this will all relate to you. Okay, and this is my presentation, and I want to wish you good luck. And my company, Armor Diversity Solutions, what we do is we work with the companies, small, medium, large companies, and we qualify them for to be belonging to a diverse group, and we evaluate and see if they can get certified, and we guide them along the certification process. We work with the certifying council and we get them certified. So normally if it takes 4 months, 5 months to get certified, we can get them certified in 2 months time. So that is what we do for businesses. And we also work with the corporations, certifying their suppliers who are not certified. We also manage databases for them to make sure all the suppliers who are certified getting recertified again. So this is what Armor Diversity Certification does. We are a special niche. There are not many companies like what we provide, and this we provide it for corporations. So we are like a bridge between corporations and small businesses, because sometimes we see the opportunity that comes up and we connect them together. When a corporation is looking for an opportunity, we have certified clients in our database, we are able to connect them, or we know them from the certifying councils, we are able to connect them. So we, Armor Diversity Solutions, we are like a bridge between businesses and between corporations. So this is the end of my certification, and I hope that you are able to gain something from this. And if there is any questions you have, anything that you need to know, you can always contact me with the information given over there. And I want to thank you all for being part of this presentation of this conference, and I wish you all good luck and God bless. Thank you.